What is up, family? How y'all doing? Motivational Monday in full effect. We are going to talk about resetting. We're going to talk about unplugging. We're going to talk about updating. All these things are completely necessary in order to preserve the energies that you have for yourself. Okay? Because quite honestly, the world is a draining place. Thankful to still be amongst it. However, if you don't take the right precautionary measures, you won't be living, you'll just be existing. So in order to live the life that we prefer to live, we got to take care of ourselves, It was often spoken as self-care. This necessary care. It's absolutely necessary. You have to make intentional time for you. A lot of people don't understand it. They keep trying to, do this, do that. I go hard. I'm out here. I'm doing this. I'm grinding. There might be some glory in grinding, but if you don't take time for your health will make you take time for it. Okay, so you want to do it when you want to do it and not when you have to do it. That makes it a lot more extreme. So what we got to do, all right, we got to unplug. That means when you feel like you get overloaded, you need to reset. You need to unplug. Turn off the noise. Cut them daggone phones off. Get off social media. Social media is overstimulating. And I know that sounds contradictory because I am talking to you on social media. However, take a motivational video and execute and get up off of there. Look at YouTube. Sometimes Instagram and TikTok and all that stuff, it's a lot going on and it's going real fast because you're scrolling and you're just swiping and sometimes it can get overstimulating. Unplug for a minute. Go outside. Find your body of water, a lake, a trail. Go sit. Listen to the birds or something. Something that's not showing you how much money you should have, showing you how you need to sell this or sell that, or showing you all this extra stuff that you already probably going through. You just seeing multiple people go through it and you being overhyped and talked to about stuff, and some stuff lies, some stuff the truth. You can't really distinguish because everybody doing it. It's a lot going on. So unplug the noise for a minute. Recalibrate. That scale get off. Like, it ain't right. I don't feel right. I need to unplug. And then check your circle. Check the people around you. Most of us have motivational goals and dreams that we're trying to achieve. Sometimes you can't do that if the people around you are suffering from the same stuff you're suffering from and nobody's doing nothing to uplift the other person because you can't. We overstimulated and tired. Everybody tired. I was talking to somebody today. I went to an appointment and she was just like, I'm tired. Like, it's a lot going on in the world. And I can relate. It's all relatable. She's doing her job. She's trying to make ends meet. Ends ain't meeting. Because everything increasing, but the pay ain't increasing. But the expectation to remain the same is still there. And it gets to be a lot for people. So, you got to downgrade that lifestyle. Whatever is comfortable for you and your family, do that. You ain't got to have a house big like the Joneses. Get your little apartment. Get your little house in the country. Get you one of them houses that had a little slamming door on it. I don't know if y'all old enough to remember that, but the house with the wood door that slammed real hard, it was a calm life. Sit on the porch of a rocking chair. I know I'm just saying shit. They probably don't exist no more. I don't even know if they got them houses no more. Everybody's house real close together. Like, you can't even get away from people if you try to. You got 2 feet between each house. That's gonna cost you down $500,000, $400,000. Then taxes, you still don't own that. So it's a lot. If you start really unpacking it. I was talking to the lady that I said was saying that she was tired. We was talking about how stuff is the way the world going, like nobody knows how or what kind of jobs they may have and this and that. And I'm like, yeah, and I understand. I get it. I completely understand. It is overwhelming, but that's not something that we can focus on because we don't have control over that. You can have control over what you decide to do and try to make a side income for yourself. However, what these companies are going to do, you don't have control over that. What the government gonna do, you don't have control over that. You really don't have control over anything but yourself, and shit, put that energy towards making you the best self that you can be for whatever is gonna transpire, whatever's gonna happen. Put that energy into the stuff that you can control is basically what I'm trying to say. Like outlying factors, don't feed your mind stuff that's gonna have you overstimulated. It's gonna have you stressed out. Stress is the damn #1 killer out here in the world, in my opinion. I don't know if that's a real fact, so don't go off of that. But I know stress involves a lot of stuff that happens with people health-wise. So you gotta figure out a way to decompress. Go for a walk, that's free. If you gotta walk up a neighborhood, do that. Go to a pool, go swimming. I know it's hot as hell outside, I might want to be out there. And some people like the heat, but I'm not one of them people. So I have to figure out my fun in the air conditioning. Go find you a new spot. I would say restaurant, but that shit high as hell too. So maybe cook on the grill. Go find something in bulk. Hit the farmer's market. That's cool. You know what I mean? See what they got out there. Get you some fresh produce. You know what I mean? Get up out the store with this stuff they got. They just putting out for the hell of it, killing people. Got people shitting all over the damn place. You know what I'm saying? Find you something that's just doable. Like, and I know a lot of people feel the same way. I watch a lot of social media videos, and people in my age range, millennials, as people call it, they fed up. They fed up. We done been through a lot of shit in a short amount of time. I feel like it's been a 20-year, 25-year period, but it feels short and it feels dense as hell with all the things that we have been through. Been traumatized. Goddamn 9/11, 2K. Everybody thought they was gonna die. 1999, that thing was changing over. Said the internet, none of that stuff won't cross over. Ain't none of that stuff changed. So they've been trying to impose fear for the longest. That's why none of us don't give a damn. We don't care. We desensitized, which is not always good, but you gotta find a balance with that. And so many counselors, I know counselors are busy, and then they got to replenish themselves as well. So yeah, that stuff. You got 9/11, you got the damn COVID, you got, we had that bird flu, I think, one time, and then we had the shit with the cows and the mad cow disease and all kind of shit. Fucking hurricanes was fucking us up at one point. Like, we had a lot of stuff going on, man. And you know what? We made it on the other side of it. So, regardless of the journey, it's the ending that matters. You know what I mean? We've endured a lot, which means we've gained a lot of strength. And in that strength, like I said earlier, a lot of us have become desensitized to a lot of things. Nobody's taking anything. Nobody taking disrespect. A lot of people fed up with that. You're not going to talk to people any kind of way. And it's not just people are rude. It's that they have been nice and still been treated the same way or treated wrongly in their opinion. And they just, cutting people off. They cutting because they don't want the added stress to their life. Nobody got time for that. We all out here trying to do the same thing, and let's make it. You know what I mean? At least be kind. Shit, if you can't offer nothing else, offer a smile. Stop being an asshole because you mad about your life. People be doing the most. Just treating people any kind of way because you about that, or you blunt, or you say what you feel. You better stop that shit. People ain't responding the same way they used to. Everybody mad. So you don't know what your mad is compared to theirs. So just chill. Like, if you see some shit, you see somebody popping off, you at a say for instance, you at a store. Like, I see people bodying people at stores. Like, they just be talking shit to the customer service people. Them regular people, y'all better leave these folks alone. They already don't get paid shit. Then you in there talking stupid. Don't do that. Just like, they having a bad day. You don't know what the other customer in front of you said to them. You don't know what they boss back there pressuring them about. You don't know what they have going on. Customer service is a very hard job. I don't know if I would be equipped to do it because you're not gonna just handle me any type of way. So, like, before you get ready to say some slick shit to one of them, remember, that's their job. But they still a person in a role. Can you imagine you at work? And the whole time you at work, you got to deal with a person attitude, and they talking shit to you. You still got to do your job the right way. How hard is that? And how emotionally draining could that be on someone? So we got to stop being selfish in that aspect. Like when you go out the house, put your respect cap on. Even if somebody coming at you, you got to find a balance. And this one I got to work on too, because I don't like that. Because who you talking to? But I don't know what happened to them before they got to me. So before I respond to stuff, I try to internalize it real quick to figure out the right response. You know what I mean? Because you can respond but not necessarily go into full-on asshole mode. You don't have to be that. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to do all of that. I know I'm dropping a lot of cuss words on this video, and that's okay. It's my video. I don't normally do that, but today I feel like doing it, so that's what I'm going to do. Because we fed up. I'm fed up with people being disrespectful to people. I'm fed up with people having to endure the disrespect, but they got to take it because that's their role. You know what I'm saying? Leave folks alone. If you worry about you and focus on what you got going on, you won't have time to do all of that. You shouldn't have time to be an asshole. If you got time to be an asshole, you got time to learn a new skill or trade, or actually learn how to have emotional intelligence and treat people with respect. Even parents and people that are older than us. Like, this is not 1994. It's none of that. I don't care how old you is. You're not going to talk to me any kind of way. And if I tell you I want to be left alone, leave me alone. I'm going to say it respectfully, but you need to respect it. This ain't back in the day where you could just say what you want to because you're the adult. I mean, we adults too, but you always respect your elders, right? That's what's implanted in our minds and heads, and you feel like you got to take all the stuff that they dish out, but you don't. You got to respectfully say it. I always respectfully say it, but you don't got to deal with that. If they can't understand it, then you have to, limit your interaction with that individual. Because we don't have time for that. Again, like I said earlier, I circle back. We trying to make it. And so if your energy or your insight is not supporting the life that I'm living, then I don't need that. I don't need that from you. You're not offering me something that is substantial for my well-being, and I don't want it. So that's why we're comfortable being alone. We're comfortable in our house without remote, without content creation, without whatever, alone, not being bothered. There's a lot of people isolated on purpose because coming out the house is draining. Talking to people is draining. Having relationships, situationships, all the ships, they draining. But people still try. But after they get tired of trying, they just isolate. And they probably be at perfect peace. That's why you see people, no, I don't date, baby. I ain't got time for that. Well, you need somebody. Do they though? Let them cook. Everybody got an insight on how somebody else should be living. Leave people alone. If they want to be with somebody, they would do that. When the time is right, they will do that. If somebody wants to go do whatever it is, just because you doing it don't mean they ready to do it right then. You can tell them how your experience is, but don't try to push them to do something they don't want to do. Leave people alone. Leave them alone. Now, if they going down a path of destruction, and you see they going down a path of destruction, offering insight to them, yes, but until they ready to change, they're not going to change. You can't force nobody to change. Because if we could, everybody would be how we want them to be. And I wouldn't be having this conversation. You know what I'm saying? So, I know this is a longer video. And I'll probably break up little segments. You'll be able to watch the full video. It's going to sound like rambling, but if you listen to what I'm saying, it's very intentional to what's going on right now. It's the fed upness. I guess I call these my dark glasses. Maybe when you see these glasses right here, you know I'm about to be on whatever this is. Whatever this is. It's a rant. People going through all kind of shit. Getting information. Getting diagnoses. They family getting diagnoses. They dealing with sick parents. They dealing with, sick friends. And people out here running up on people talking crazy. Get up off of them. Before they get active. And then they get active. I don't know what happened. Yeah, you know what happened. You thought you was pounding on somebody that was weak. But they fed up. A weak fed up person gonna change the dynamic. And it don't have to be hostile. It could just be distance. People don't understand distance. They feel like somebody be trying to be funny. Then they try to come for their character. Oh, this individual being funny. Oh, they this and that. Start making up lies. Just because I don't talk to you don't mean you guys start making up stories. You don't have to start making up lies. Tell the truth. You know what I'm saying? Tell your truth. And I find this too. So people be going through stuff, and it's from their perspective. And I've been trying to figure out, do I respect that, or are they just asinine? Like, okay, this is how I saw the situation. This is how you saw the situation. These are both our own interpretations of what transpired. But what's the truth? And are we adult enough to have that conversation? I think that's what it kind of boiled down to. You think one way, I think another. We have different backgrounds. We have different upbringings. We have different communication levels. We have different sensory levels, and it just depends on those factors. I think your ass crazy. You think I'm crazy. We both think each other crazy, but we ain't emotionally intelligent enough to have the conversation. So that doesn't make us bad people? No. We might not be the best for each other, but we don't have to assassinate one another's character because we didn't get along. You understand what I'm saying? We don't have to do that. And I see a lot of people doing that. That motherfucker, he don't talk to me, so I ain't got time for that. And plus, such. Then they try to start dropping your business. Like, clown activity. For what? There's no point in that. There's no glory in that. But, I mean, like I said, if you petty and childish, it might do something for you. But for the people that got a little bit of sense, just understand, like, hey, we can agree to disagree. We don't have to talk no more. I definitely forgive you. And I ask forgiveness even if I know I'm not wrong. I done had people do stuff. They know they greasy for it. Wrong. Big wrong. I apologize. To this day, I ain't got the apologies that I should have gotten. And at one point in my life, I felt like I really needed those to be okay and move forward, but I don't. Closure is for the birds. There's no reason for that. Closure is a gateway into more disappointment. Cause you think you need that last conversation. Oh, I need to express it. I need to let them know. I need to understand why this individual did me this way. You never gonna understand it. You never gonna understand it. You might get some words, but most time you ask for that closure, you already got some type of perception in your mind. So you're asking for the closure. That closure is going to open up a gateway for you to ask more questions. You still going to be unsettled. So why even do that? Let it be where it's at. Now, if you at a space where you feel like you can't forgive until you get that last understanding, you could try. But I would seek forgiveness more than I seek that answer from that individual, because based on my experience, it ain't worth it. You be like, you know what? I don't even know how we was in any type of ship, cool, friendship, whatever relationship anyway. It ain't your people. Sometimes we be trying to hold on to stuff that's seasonal. Seasons always die, right? They go away. They can come back. Instead of people that are there for a reason. Like reasonable people instead of seasonal people. Once that season is up, if them leaves don't drop, they dead on the ground, let it burn. Let it go. The only way for stuff to start back growing or prospering is for you to daggone turn the ground over, condition the soil, and plant something new. A dead leaf ain't getting back on a tree. So stop trying to force it. It ain't gonna happen. And that's okay. That's why I said it's very important. I went on a sabbatical probably last November, I think it was. And I was on this sabbatical for 4 months. I think I did it for 123 days to be exact. There's no alcohol. I had to journal. I had to watch something spiritual. I had to feed my spirit in some type of way. And I had to do some type of strength training every day. And it had to be, powerlifting or nothing like that, but just something physical, some type of movement, right? I did this for 123 days. The first 3 days was a little, I had to get adjusted, right? Because I had to, get off my social scope with drinking. I had to really lock in with being able to focus and listen to a full sermon or series on TV. I don't necessarily go to physical church because I hadn't really found one that I wanted to go to. But I did watch a sermon. I found a preacher that I loved on YouTube, Jerry Flowers. I watched him religiously every day for 123 days and 123 days beyond, because I wanted to keep that aspect, right? I wanted to have something to keep an encouraging piece in my life after the fact. So I journaled every night. If it was a good day, if it was a bad day, I journaled what I did that day, what went right, what went wrong, and I also what I watched on my sermons, because he had a lot of series. He had an offended series. That's a very important series, like the level of offense. If you can't be offended, nobody can bother you, right? And that's heavy, because people always reach it. And you could be just a person that is maybe sensitive and needs to figure out how to not be that way, so it doesn't always feel like an attack. So I thought it was a very necessary series for the times that we are in. He's also a millennial preacher, so he understands all the things that we've gone through and how to deliver the information where we can receive it and understand it, because quite honestly, the Bible is very difficult to understand for me. And the questions that you ask sometimes to certain people or the religious people, you kind of don't never get an answer that's clear, so then that makes you want to steer away, and I didn't want to do that. So listening to those things and having those scriptures and a breakdown was very helpful for what I needed. Even to this day, the offended series is very beneficial in my life as I go through things. And like I said, those apologies that I didn't get for people that were definitely wrong, that's cool. It don't bother me. It might take me back for 1 second. I'm like, okay, this just happened, all right. But I know how that person operates. I got to meet them where they at. Me meeting them where they at means, hey, I know how you operate. I know what to expect from you. So why would I get offended that you're being you, the you that I know you to be? It gets messed up when you try to embrace someone and you don't know them. And that's a fail on your own, because don't let nobody so close to you before you understand who they are. Oh, but back to the sabbatical. I did that. I strength trained. I lift my little dumbbells nightly. I did like 100 different movements with the dumbbells, lifts or whatever. Nothing too crazy. Small weights, heavy reps. But that was a beautiful time in my life. I was isolated. I wasn't doing a lot of talking to people, because once I stopped drinking, my drinking crowd didn't really have nothing in common with me. And that really drove some things home for me. Like, do I really have any real stable relationships that's based off something more than an external factor? And I do. But these are from people that I've been around for 20 plus years, right? Not my social circle. So it brought things into perspective for me. We don't even got nothing to talk about because I ain't drinking. Like, what am I doing? But that was cool for me. That was very insightful. I needed to go through that. I needed to see that. I needed to feel that my alignment just need to be where God is, because that's the constant. He ain't never gonna leave. You know what I'm saying? And if you're not religious or if you're not spiritual, I dig that. But for me, I'm talking about my journey. This is what I aspire to, and this is what I aspire to be. You know what I mean? Just grounded and walking in what He would have me to be as much as I can. Right? So that's what I did. And that was probably a beautiful time in my life. I was to a point where I was even in a space of like drinking and didn't even want to involve myself with it. Like, that was cool. I've never done that before. I always been turned up or ready to get turned up. You know what I mean? I'm always there for that. And I can still be there for that. My personality allows for me to do all those things without any chemical additions. But you know, why not? So I've rambled for about 25 minutes. Some of that stuff is very, very insightful. It's very important. Leave folks alone. Let people be. If you feel like somebody acting funny, ask them if they want to talk. Don't just assume they trying to be funny. You don't know what happened. You don't know what phone call was there. You don't know what piece of mail they got or what happened to them to make them want to do that. So chill on folks. Mind your damn business and get the hell on. Go find something useful to do. Because people ain't the old people they used to be. Nobody's standing for foolishness. And if they is, they won't be standing for a much longer period of time, because society won't allow that. It's making everybody extra crispy. Aside from the heat, the way people act, and you making people hard. You know what I'm saying? So try to be a balance in between that. You know what I mean? Don't harden yourself so hard that you can't allow decent people to be around you. And stop, and I had to say this to myself too, stop giving people the benefit of the doubt up front. Like, make people earn your trust, bro. Stop jumping out there with it, because there's a deceitful portion that comes to you. There's a God sin and there's a devil sin, right? They both sin. They both kind of feel familiar and look familiar, but just take a little more time to iron out what is for you and what is not for you. While this stuff is all geared towards building us into the person that we're supposed to be, into the purpose that we're supposed to fulfill. So you will have to go through certain things anyway, but don't let it be a self-infliction, is all I'm saying. Don't self-inflict. Stop putting yourself in situations where you get hurt. Like, before you make a decision or make a choice, pray about it. And wait for an answer. People pray about it, like, yeah, I prayed about it, but you still execute on your own. That's why people are sometimes got to take the long way. Take you 4 years to get to somewhere where you could have got there in 6 months if you just waited for your answer. If you don't know how to wait for your answer, go find that Jerry Flower series and calm down. Calm down. Take a minute. When you're too antsy, it oftentimes goes left. I don't want that for us. I want us to be the best version of what we can be where we at. And then aspire to be the better version of where we want to be while we're in transition. So we all can't escape to Thailand and Vietnam. I've been watching the videos. The escape ain't there right now. So for an hour right now, we got to focus on what we can while we in the United States, bro. Everybody try to kick rocks and get up out of here. I done looked at it. But, hey, for right now, in this moment, we got to live in the moment. We don't know what's next, and what's behind us is behind us. Right now, we're living in the right now. So what can you do in the right now? What can you control in the right now to make you a better individual for what may come, for what's to come? You know what I'm saying? So still manifest, still motivate and encourage yourself, still set these goals, but also pray and make sure you align, right? And then if you feel like you're not in the space to do that, unplug, like I started this video with. Unplug, recalibrate, and update. Gotta update, folks. Your phone won't run right if it need an update. It got bugs in it. We need to fix it. We need to remove some stuff. Maybe your storage is overloaded. Hey, delete something. Take some of them photos out of there. Half of them people you probably don't even talk to no more. Delete them photos. Your storage full. Don't buy no more cloud storage. Delete the old stuff out your phone. Delete the old stuff out your life. You know what I'm saying? Let it go. Let the update come through. Fix the bugs. And I'm speaking metaphoric. We're talking about us, but I'm speaking towards the phone, because we all have to, take care of our phones and stuff for it to run optimal. So for us to run optimal, that's what we need to do. So like I said, when you see these glasses, it might be the RANT glasses. I don't know. It might be when I make this part, when I make a long video. I'm going to chop it up into shorts, but if y'all get the opportunity to check out this whole video, holler at me in the comments. You know what I'm saying? Y'all like and subscribe. Turn on your notifications if you like this type of energy. If there's a topic you want me to talk about, I may not know nothing about it, but I can get up here, drop the glasses, and rant with you. We can have a conversation. You know what I'm saying? Because we all going through something. And some of us don't have an outlet. I'm fortunate enough to have one, 2 or 3, but I still don't really want to drop that type of stuff on people. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody trying to fight their own battles. So I guess I'm going to slide. We at 30 minutes. We don't want to go too much past that. 10 just being short. But hope y'all have a rest of your day that is amazing and intentional. And that you choose peace. And whatever it takes to have that. If that means you don't answer your phone the rest of the night. Oh, maybe you at work. Just smile and grin. Smile, grin, nod. You ain't got to say nothing. If you normally crazy out your mouth, you ain't got to respond. Just like, okay, I understand. And just keep on pushing. You ain't got to be the rah-rah queen or king every time. Don't give them what's expected. Just focus on, hey, I only got another 2 hours. And then, celebrate yourself when you get off. Be like, you know what? I could have said such and such, but I didn't. Let me go get me a little iced coffee type situation. But y'all got this. We all got this. Sip is up out of here. Y'all have a wonderful day.